God, consciousness, will not appear to any ego state. To realize God, consciousness, Brahman, Absolute, whatever, is to be here, present, in that moment, with no ego, with no recollection of who you are, what you are, what you've done, with no association with the world, the information, the conditioned person that you was before ego dissolved, disappeared. To maintain God, and in this moment God, consciousness, will reveal itself. And the impact will be in such a way that any strands of ego that was hanging around for a bit of information, for a piece of the action, for a little taste of the cake, is completely annihilated in that moment. So what can speak about God, consciousness? Because ego is that what reveals information, is revealing this now. The opposite of ego, which is the momentary meeting of God, is silence. God only appears to silence. But if there's an ego mind trying to define what silence is, meaning it must be quiet, it must be when everything is quiet, turn the TV down, switch the phone off. No. These are ego mind-made ideas and concepts of what it can reflect true silence as. Ego is a shadow of truth. Ego is not bad. But when ego dominates, when the shadow dominates the truth, how can truth reveal itself as it is? You understand this? Ego is the... How to remove ego? You see, someone says, how do you remove ego? Do I just remove this word I? Yes. But it's not just moving I out of your vocabulary as a word, as a noun, as a symbol. It is the non-association, no longer any association with I. Meaning, no longer no association with me. Because me is I. No longer anything, no relationship with this body anymore. No relationship with the mind. No relationship with the world. No relationship with any other body. No relationship with anything that comes. And Ramana Maharshi calls this Nati, Nati. Not this, not this. Meaning, the ego wants to reform the relationship. It comes in thought, it comes in the mirror, it comes in other forms of ego, trying to shake you out of this silence, trying to break your vow of silence. Because ego wants to keep you as a body, as a form, as a name. Because they need, or it needs something where it cannot be vulnerable, alone. The body can never be alone, meaning it cannot be out of nature. The ego will say, well, alone means you on a mountaintop with no other body, no other animal, no other thing there. But the sky forms a relationship with ego. The ego forms a relationship with sky. The ego gives the sky the name sky. You are whatever you are, or whatever you discover. And it's not a you, because you have gone, you've disappeared. You're egoless, you're nameless, you're unidentifiable anymore. Everyone else will tell you who you are, remind the mind, shake it up, come on, get with it. We can't have you like this, walking about in some sort of deluded state. We need to get you back on the path of being a person, an identity, a singular form in a world that was made for singular forms. So they're not doing any wrong. They are still in this belief system, this systematic way of living, this idea that one day you'll die. When God reveals itself, it doesn't reveal birth and death. It doesn't reveal anything other than infinite life. It cannot see anything other than infinite life. It doesn't know anything other than infinite life. Birth and death are just passing strangers, passing transitions from form to no form, and then to form and no form, and then to form and no form, and then to form and no. How are you going to experience the whole of this world, this earth, if you're not going to be reincarnated in different bodies, in different colors, in different shapes, in different sizes, in different cultures? How are you going to, But the ego is so determined to do it in one life. Let's get on a plane and see the world. Running away. Always running away for something that will inevitably be yours. But it won't be Graham's the next time. It may be Abdul. It may be a cloud. I say, I want to see Hawaii as a body. I don't want to see Hawaii as the blue sky. That'd be boring. Can we maintain this non-association with I for the whole of our body life? No. Not possible. We have to taste both sides. We have to taste both eyes. We have to taste both birth and death. We have to taste both man and woman. Man and woman are names, identities, so that we can, I don't know why, we know that instinctively to have sex, we are drawn to a specific yin and yang, penis, vagina, whatever. We don't have to go to school to learn how to have babies, to learn how to eat, to learn how to walk, to learn how to swim, to learn how to survive. Ego wants to go to school. Ego is school. Ego is the education system. Ego is the system that follows the education system. It's the system of all systems. It's a way of saying, stay on the track. But ego is a dualistic way. It's saying, stay on the track to keep myself away from meeting God. But it's also saying, if you're not on the track, you'll never meet God. Because at some point we're going to have to depart on the track. Ego takes you to the door, and then it's all yours now, whatever you are. What can associate with this world and keep its attention on God or consciousness at the same time? It's happening simultaneously, but the attention is not on God and consciousness, because the focal point is on whatever the attention is on. The thoughts of past and future, the beliefs, the hopes, the needs, the desires, the attachments, the associations, the relationships, the practices, the methods, everything is a deterrent to take you to that moment. Because why is it deterring you? See, that's the question that everyone wants. Why not me? Because you're not ready. You've not fully seen what you are here to see in this body life. Only then can you move on. You don't get on the plane to go home willingly until you've seen every sight in that country that you're there to visit. And when you get on the plane and you haven't seen all of these sights, you take the sights with you. I'll go back. I'll go visit. So you're taking the sights with you. You've not left them be. You've not allowed them to pass. So therefore you have to continue. Ego has to continue until you're ready to let go of all sights, of all states, of all experiences, of all actions. You have to let go of yourself. You have to let go of the mind that drives you on. They call it surrendering. But you're not surrendering as if you want something other than what ego is pointing to you. You're saying, thank you, ego. Oh my God, thank you, ego. It has been done. This I has seen through itself. It's seen through the world, it's seen through nature, it's seen through humans, it's seen through past, it's seen through future. What else is there to see? And ego says, time for us to part. Now you're ready. Now you're truly ready. Now you can drop I. Eliminate I. Eliminate the association that you have with your body I. Eliminate the association that you have with every I. Every me, every you, every experience, every action, every name, every identity. Let it go. Even God, let it go. Surrender I. Only silence is accepted by consciousness, by God. It doesn't want a veil between you and it. Whatever you are. You are the veil. Ego is the veil. Mind is the veil. I is the veil. Names, identities is the veil between the true you and God. Namaste.